diving into the F45 challenge allowed me to build back some of my confidence as well as my strength. Hi, my name is Becky and I work in the disability sector. I am a chronic illness survivor and I've completed 2 challenges. Being diagnosed with cardiomyopathy or heart failure when you're 22 years old and a busy, active, independent young woman, it essentially means that you're starting again. Your entire life is being put on hold. I wasn't allowed to work, I wasn't allowed to do anything. I lived with constant chronic pain and chronic fatigue. And when I was diagnosed, I was in line for a heart transplant. I lost my ability to go swimming, boating, fishing. Every single one of the things that I had grown up knowing and doing was taken away from me. And when you lose all of your safe spaces in essentially one move, and you're suddenly sitting in hospital for days on end, it meant that my entire mindset had to change. The team training, life-changing mindset was a big part of why I was excited to do the F45 challenge. I had just started at the New Lynn gym and I really desperately wanted to find something that would motivate me to keep coming back. As somebody with chronic heart conditions, anything that requires me lifting quite heavy weights over my head will typically drain my blood pressure significantly faster. So my trainers were always checking in on me, making sure that I was able to make the right alterations for different exercises while still getting in a decent workout and still feeling like I was being pushed to my limits and developing and growing within the space. I found my goal literally on the floor in the middle of a workout with one of our wonderful coaches who was talking to me about goal setting. And we decided that my goal, when I told her my story, would be to celebrate, because it was a celebration. It was a celebration of the human body and what it's capable of coming back from. The mobility and strength that I am finding through functional classes here at F45 is essentially something that I can now work into my daily life and give myself confidence in doing things. One of the biggest concerns working in the disability sector, especially as someone who has a team of youth workers who are also disabled, it's a confidence that I find in myself to know that if something were to go wrong and somebody were to have an accident or fall out of their wheelchair, or if we're out and something were to happen, I have the strength and the trust in my body that I'm able to physically respond and actively help somebody out of a situation. It's given me back a confidence in my own strength where I'm no longer second guessing whether that's something that will then put me in danger in the process of helping somebody else. Growing up in the Fiji Islands, community and family and support is something that is so important to me, and it's something that you really struggle to find in a city space. And F45 New Lynn has that in spades. You walk through that door and it's friendly faces, high fives, hugs, and happy. And I would drive a lot further for that. Having the structure within the challenge allows me to try out different things that I think I would normally be too afraid of making changes for long term. And so during the structure of the challenge, you have this set amount of time where you know that you're making these changes. And as you're practicing them and you're repeating them throughout the challenge in a specific window of time, you find that they actually are a little bit easier to integrate into your daily life than you realize. And you're a little bit less stressed about it because you think, oh, there's an end date that I'm doing this. In a world filled with white noise in the fitness space and social media driving a lot of very unattainable goals for people, I feel like F45 adds a little bit of structure and achievability to trying to get back into the fitness space. And having that sort of a balance made it a lot more achievable than some of the incredible challenges that social media pushes out at us. And it allowed me to tune out the white noise and expectations of what my body should be capable of and just focus on actually achieving the form and correcting the technique to be able to do these things safely in a controlled environment. In the space of close to 8 years, my body has changed and recovered from some of the most intense things that I could have imagined. Now I can champion the fact that my body is capable of doing that. There's something really special about that. So find your goal. It doesn't have to be weight loss. It doesn't have to be a physical thing. It could be a mindset. It could be something that just allows you to feel better at the end of every class. Every time I push myself to a new challenge, every time I get a new weight, there is so much more behind what it took to get to that achievement. It was learning to drive again. It was learning to be able to pick anything up off the floor. And it's not just a weight that I'm picking up in the gym, it's the ability to carry my nieces and nephews. It's the ability to lift an anchor on our boat when I go home. It's the ability to help my parents. And every single one of those things is a celebration. And so when I found that celebration opportunity as a goal with one of our wonderful coaches here at the gym for the challenge, it was nice to enter every single class with that mindset, because it is important. It was a journey and is going to continue to be a journey. And I enjoy every single bit of it because I get to.